Game one of the season. Wow, it's fun to be here. And Clark, this is the culmination of all the hard work put in over the summer.
Yeah, you talk to the players on both sides, and there's optimism about this upcoming year. We'll see if that optimism is justified over time.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the 3. 4 on the shot clock. They get it again. Pass to Edey. Wells with it. Shoots the 3. Thompson with the rebound. Brooks feeling it out a bit. They get the rebound. Şengün kicks to Brooks. Eason gets a wide open look. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Craig, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Udoka. Desmond Bane was the topic, and Coach was effusive with his praise. He said Bane is a great catch-and-shoot guy, but he'll find ways to contribute no matter what. He also said Bane is hard to game plan for, but they'll do their best not to let him get in rhythm. And they will have their hands full tonight, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Here's Morant. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Jackson a screen on Brooks. Morant with the bucket.
Fantastic instincts there by Morant. Sizing up the D and then just taking what he sees.
Here's Green. Pass to Şengün. Thompson sets the pick for Şengün. No good from outside. Grizzlies have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And the foul on Tari Eason. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Morant against Green. Pocket 6. Morant passes to Wells. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
As a passer, Morant has developed great instincts, and he's going to exploit those gaps in the D.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Now, here's Green, following the miss by Ja Morant. Back to Green, over Jackson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
No wasted motion or hesitation there. Green ready to shoot as soon as he caught it.
Brooks against Morant. Outside, Bain. That three off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Offensive rebound. Out to Brooks. Eason, a screen on Bain. It's Brooks on the wing, guarded by Bain. Brooks misses.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
It's Bain atop the key. 1:22 left in the first quarter of the game. Morant drives in, and Morant throws it down.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
Now here's Green. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Eason. Şengün with the screen for Eason. From downtown. Şengün no good. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it. The fast break chance. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Bangs home the trifecta.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game. 32 seconds left to play here in the first. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Houston. Trailing by 2. Thompson surveying the floor. Up top, Eason. Shot clock at 5. Got a piece of it. Morant outside. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
I tell you what, he's showing some real courage going to the reverse in that situation.
I don't think he knows you're not supposed to do that in traffic.
Well, I tell you what, don't tell.
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Grizzlies. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen for the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
In that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Morant is the point with Bain out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Wells, and it's Edey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Morant kicks to Wells, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Wells has got 6.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
And Şengün throws it down.
How about the bounceability of Şengün getting himself way up there?
Clark, looking at the growth and skill set of Şengün, he could be special.
I agree 100%, partner. He's got an instinct for the game that you just can't teach. The passing, the ball fakes, the pace at which he plays, it's all there. Feels like he could have the same kind of development trajectory as Jokic. We'll see.
Houston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Eason, a screen on Bain. Here's Brooks, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Wells sets the pick for Jackson. Good on the three-point shot. Jackson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And he's proven he can make this shot. Jackson, the D has to respect his range better than that.
Here's Green. Out to Brooks. Eason with a screen for Brooks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alfie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
And Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
On the wing, Bane. They double him with Şengün. On the wing, Bane. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game. Green.
Some of these dunks he throws down are absolutely absurd. What an athlete Green is.
Down low, stolen by Brooks. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Jackson a screen on Green. A 3 from Morant. Offensive rebound. In the corner, it's Bane. Drills it from outside. Bane's got it all tied up now for Memphis.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Left side Jackson, and stolen by Thompson. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one's on Morant.
Dillon Brooks never afraid to flex on defense in these tough finish situations. He's a very physical player. I love it.
Wells with it. A three-pointer is right on target. Wells has got 9 points.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent pass.
Green. And he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked it, yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Rockets lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center.
The Nuggets will face off against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. It's going to tip off at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And we now take a look at the Houston Rockets and the close first half they've played.
They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wild.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what you're seeing from John Morant.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
The front court is Tate and Smith. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Landale in at the 5 down low. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Outside for Pippen. Fires the 3. Rockets with the rebound. Here's Whitmore. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Stolen by Holiday. And here we go. Whitmore heading to the hoop.
Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Pippen against Holiday. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Pippen.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Here's Smith. Aldama with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And it's Pippen with the jam.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
And Holiday, here we go. And the shot goes in. Smith's got his first basket.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Pippen kicks to Kennard. Holiday against Pippen. Banked in off the glass. Pippen's got 6 points. Rockets leading by 5. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired in the NBA the first time.
Kennard for 3. They get it back. Pass to Huff. 5 to shoot. 2 points. That one goes.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Holiday looking over the floor. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Rockets lead by 7.
I think the defense gave him a bit of a gift there. I mean, he got all the space he needed to go to work.
Pippen, the pass to Kennard. Good on the triple. Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Outside Holiday. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Pippen kicks to Kennard. It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Stevens.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Holiday gets the bucket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Kennard on the wing. Whitmore defending. Kennard, the pass to Aldama. Rebound by Smith. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
And Tate throws it down.
The lead just kind kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
3-second difference between shot clock and game. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
At the line for one. The play
And this is the time now where the officials can review
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Rockets have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 5-point game, so the Grizzlies 5 right now. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Wells is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Already an MVP caliber talent, Morant is all about continuing to get better, as well as competing for titles.
Rockets leading by 3. Now Green. Şengün with a screen on Morant. And Green slams it in.
Well, we're seeing validation as to why Green went second overall in the draft. He's got a unique ability to score the ball.
Morant against Brooks. Morant surveying the D. Pass to Bane. Just 5 to shoot. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
This is why you got to stay up on Bane or pay the price.
Outside, Green. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. To the wing right side. Brooks outside. Houston needs to get a shot off. Şengün with the bucket. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Boy, the deep ball by Şengün, a big man with a nice touch.
Morant against Green. Outside Jackson. On the wing, Bane. Back to Jackson. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Morant kicks to Bane. Back to Morant.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Pass to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Şengün finishing with authority. There you go, big fella. Make him feel you.
Now here's Morant for 3. And another miss by Memphis. Rockets leading by 7. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And Memphis turns it over again.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And another miss by Memphis. And it's Houston's ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Now, here's Şengün. He's covered closely. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Muscling through contact. This is where Şengün's at his best.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
Green with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. Thompson.
No, sir. Jackson Jr.'s shot blocking abilities are part of why he was a top 5 pick back in 18.
And finished off by Morant.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Rockets.
Nope, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jalen Green.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in. Here's Green. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
John Morant. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Free throw drops for Green.
Well, Jalen Green is a product of G League Ignite, and clearly showing other folks there's a new path for potential lottery picks to take.
Morant passes to Bain. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Morant against Green. So we see Houston taking the W here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby,
season.
Funny, BA, because teams whose results last year finished off in places they thought they could have pushed themselves a little further tend to come out with a little bit more focus. And the sooner you can get to being sharp in the early part of the season, the more wins that you pile up. And that kind of confidence can really, really carry you a long way.
Here's the starting group for Portland. Avdia out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Sharp. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the shooting guard. Now here's Green. Pass to Eason. Six on the shot clock. And it's Thompson that time on the assist from Eason.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Outside Sharp. Avdia, screen on Thompson. Sharp finds Avdia. The three-pointer off the mark. Since being selected in the 21 draft, Alperen Şengün has really improved.
Yeah, from 9 points per game as a rookie to over 20 in his third year. Şengün has averaged about 5 assists per game over a season. A huge number for a 6'11" post guy. He is so skilled.
And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, BA, to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
Here's Avdia after the basket by Houston. They set the screen. Over to the left wing. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Outside, Green. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Can't get it to fall. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Sharp passes to Avdia. Down low. And stolen by Green. Here's Thompson. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Their last encounter was in Portland.
Last time these teams met up, they practically got run over. But to be fair, they took issue with some of the calls they were handed.
Yeah, they wound up with a lot of foul trouble, but that's on them. The officials were calling it tight, and they never really adjusted. They kept committing fouls, kept complaining, and the game kept getting out of control.
Now here's Thompson. His last outing, he had 24 points. Eason, a screen on Sharp. Pass to Şengün. Back to Brooks. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
2 minutes.
Grant with a screen on Eason. Avdia attacking, up and in on the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Green. In his last outing, 8 points for him. He got a piece of it. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. Şengün, no good. And so it's Ayton with it. He brings it up for Portland. Outside Sharp. Avdia, screen on Brooks. It's Sharp with the drive. Oh, powered down with both hands.
The burst. Man, Sharp can go from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye.
Eason, a screen on Grant. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside, Green. Brooks outside. Şengün, a screen on Sharp. Brooks, the pass to Şengün. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. To the paint. Here's Ayton. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And so... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from the Trailblazers in this one?
Was simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second. Jeremy Grant out there with Denny Avdia. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Shaedon Sharp. And it's Kamare in at the shooting guard position.
First team foul.
It's Sharp on the wing. Pass to Graham. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Sharp against Thompson. Outside Sharp. Just 5 to shoot. From outside, off the mark. Rockets trail by 6. And you watch Shaedon Sharp, Brent. The talent is undeniable.
Well, the athleticism really is something that jumps off the court for you. I mean, he's not just a scorer or a rebounder. I think if he uses that athleticism, he could become an elite defender in this league.
Here's Eason. Finds the bottom from 13 feet out. Portland leading by 4. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Avdia, good. Avdia's got 7 points in the game.
Well, inside, Denny Avdia is confident in his ability to convert.
Houston's shooting only 42%. Green, the pass to Thompson. 3-pointer off the mark. So it's Portland now. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. And Grant gets it to go.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Pass to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
It's Sharp with the drive.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Brooks, the pass to Şengün. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Şengün's got his first points in this one.
You gotta love how Şengün attacks on the interior.
It's Avdia on the wing, defended by Eason. Grant. Avdia outside. And he drives in, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Just jamming it in off the drive. Avdia using that athleticism to his advantage.
Brooks outside. Şengün, the screen. Brooks, the pass to Şengün. Stolen by Sharp. In transition, here they come. Avdia finds Ayton. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Rockets trail by 8.
2 minutes.
Here's Eason. Pass to Şengün. Thompson, a screen on Ayton. Back to Eason. Thompson outside. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Man, I'll say this. I mean, the mid-range jumper has been a huge weapon for them offensively. Just tremendous so far.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
This guy is one of the fiercest finishers I've ever seen.
How many times have we seen him slam it down right on top of a defender? Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Grant, the pass to Ayton. It's stolen by Green. To the middle. Here's Thompson. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist. Now just a 2-point Portland lead.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Thompson against Sharp, and there's a pick. Driving to the basket. No good. Good D by Şengün.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Eason, the pass to Brooks. Can't connect from 14.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Outside Sharp. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's Avdia on the wing. Eason with a steal. Brooks against Grant. Pass to Green. Outside Eason. Takes a 3. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Trailblazers out in front, up by 2. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Taking a look at Portland, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, Let's get back to our game featuring Portland. That first half was pretty even.
I like how they've been hitting the boards, man. Playing real hard, that's great sign.
And that'll do it for us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at it.
Tatum Smith at the forward spots. Aaron Holiday out there with Whitmore. And it's Landale in at the 5. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Here's Klingon. Out to Simons. Second chance effort. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
What a tough play from Simons that time. He's going to get an extra shot to boot here at the free throw line.
Well, Anthony Simons has credited Damian Lillard for helping him with his development.
And B.A., can you imagine every day on the opposite end of Damian Lillard as a young player in this league? Anthony Simons willing to listen and willing to learn. You see how far his game has come when the reins have been handed over to him.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Jabari Smith Jr. is making some serious strides, and Coach Ime Udoka praised him and said his all-around game, his confidence, great defensive versatility. He's starting to handle and make plays for others. Shooting is a huge asset for him, but we want him to post up and find his mid-range shots as well, where he can rise up over guys. Brian?
He is certainly one to watch, Allie. Thank you. The Rockets trail. Here's Holiday. Thybulle with a steal. Now the Blazers on the move. Here's Williams. From down in the low post, it goes.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Whitmore goes in. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Whitmore's got 6 here in the quarter.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go
are
over the top.
you kidding me? Wow!
Amazing!
Man.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Simons with a steal. Fast break. Here we go.
Yes, sir!
Wow! Boom! He jams it straight down.
I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
Smith outside, down low. Here's Landale. Portland grabs the miss.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
Thibault, a screen on Holiday. Simons against Holiday. 6 to shoot. Now here's Simons. Tight defense on him. Banked it in off the glass. And now it's a 7-point Portland lead. Looking at lineups around the league, Graham, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, BA. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Here's Simons. Off with the layup. For Houston, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Here's Smith. Pass to Whitmore. A minute 37 left to play in the third quarter.
Yes, slashing toward the hoop. Whitmore not hesitating when he sees an opportunity.
Simons with it. He's got 7. Here's Klingon. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And he walks Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Graham.
Yeah, the development cycle could be a little longer for centers, BA. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
So he gets them both. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Got a hand on it.
Oh, an active defender at 6'7". Whitmore is capable of coming up with these blocks.
Back to Tate. 43 seconds left in the third quarter.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. And Thibault with a drive, and no good. Rockets trail by 3. Here's Whitmore outside. And they get it back. Landale, the pass to Tatum. And that one comes up a bit short.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession.
Yes, sir! That's what you tune in for right there. Wow.
Such a dynamic offensive player. Great speed, great hops. Simon's hard to stop when he makes his move.
Right side Holiday with the drive. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
Now Simons. It'll count. No good. Would have counted had it gone. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 3. And we're coming back in just... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, DeAndre Ayton is out there with Denny Avdia. Then it's Jeremy Grant, then it's Shaden Sharp, and it's Kamare in at the 2-guard spot. Outside, Green. Inside, Eason. Portland with a rebound. Stolen by Thompson. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
I know, it just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Eason up top.
Grant could be such a devastating defender down there with those long arms and athleticism to contest shots.
And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. And now a 7-point Portland lead.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
See a great finish by Şengün. I love when he goes up with power.
Pass to Kamari. The three is up. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now. To the wing, right side. Thompson with a screen. Here's Easton. Avdia with a steal. On the break. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
As long as passes are in that area, Ayton's going to get up and go down.
Outside, Green. Outside for Brooks. Şengün, a screen on Sharp. Pass to Şengün. Shot clock at 6. And the shot's good. Şengün's gotten 4 this quarter.
Along with everything he can do in the paint, Şengün's mid-range game provides some pop as well.
Thompson against Sharp. There's the screen. There's the drive. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
Shooting for Portland. Sharp. 1 shot.
And even with the coach's challenge in place.
Under NBA rules, 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
After the video review,
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
and give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
And it's Green missing.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Kamari, that's good. And it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Sharp against Thompson. Three-pointer. That's tipped. Brooks against Grant. There's the three. And he can't get that one.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight. So the D's so tight on him, and it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Ayton with a screen. Throws it up high. 3-on-3. And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Portland leading by 10. Avdia passes to Ayton. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to go on Jalen Green.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Trailblazers.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And so with this win, they'll end this season series dead even at 2 wins apiece.
And it was a reliably solid performance from one of their key guys. A tremendous game for Denny Avdia.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Thompson for 3. Portland with a rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Sharp against Thompson. Outside Sharp. So the Trailblazers win it. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed.
Dan, what's something you try to establish at this stage?
I think there's two things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way, everything. From the way we practice, to the way we prepare for games, to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotations. Who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench, which groups work well together. It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Avdia is out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Jeremy Grant. Then it's Sharp, and it's Kamare in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Jackson. Morant, right side. Clock at 4. A 3-ball. Avdia with the rebound. And here's Portland. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach. Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Now, Morant, following the miss by Denny Avdia from deep. Back to Jackson. Tries again. They get a hand on it. Pass to Bain. Jackson, a screen on Sharp. Bain for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, that's Bain's go-to zone. You can't let him have a look from there.
You know, Stan, the Blazers started the rebuild process with the big Dame Lillard trade to Milwaukee.
Kevin, it takes guts for a GM to make a move like that, and it didn't go well early on. But they've got to trust the process and stick with the plan that they made.
Man, he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And the agility, the hops, Morant just explodes off the floor. That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Now here's Morant. Bain looking around. Up top, Morant. Right side, Jackson. Out to Morant. Just 2 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And a chance here to check out some stats for Avdia. Last year, getting it done. Last season, put up about 14 points a game, 7 rebounds and 4 assists. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I loved having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort, they can change the attitude of the team.
Now, here's Sharp. Drops in the layup for 2. Sharp's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
We'd heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
We've seen some flashes, Coach. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my. Well, this is what the fans want to see. Morant showing off all of his superb athleticism.
Here's Kamare, guarded by Bain. And blocked by Bain. Morant passes to Wells. Morant scanning the floor. Pass to Edey. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 3. Now, here's Avdia, guarded by Jackson. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Sharp against Morant. Sharp, the pass to Avdia. Just 3 to shoot. Fires from deep. And it's rebounded by Morant. It's to Wells. The 3 from Morant. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Grizzlies lead by 3. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Shaedon Sharp. Avdia out there with Ayton. Then there's Grant, and it's Kamare in a 2-guard.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Out to the right wing. Edey, good, and the nice assist from Morant. Edey's got the lead up to 5 now for the Grizzlies. So Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. No good with the elbow jumper.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Jackson against Grant. And the layup's good off the glass. Grant's got his first 2 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And it's Morant missing.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Outside, Avdia. With the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Well, yeah, there's that explosiveness we talk about with Morant. He gets off the floor with such ease.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. To the left wing, and stolen by Sharp. Pass to Ayton. Back to Sharp. And he goes big with the dunk right over Ja Morant.
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
Here's Bane. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one.
and they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Sharp, the pass to Ayton. A shake. Edey with the rebound. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And so Ayton will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Grant the pass to Ayton. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Kamara. Guarded by Morant. Pass to Sharp. Just 5 on the clock. Takes it inside, and he makes good on the layup. Sharp's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
And good quickness there. Sharp, exciting to watch when he's in attack mode.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. Pass to Wells. Launches a 3. That one's not going to go. And he drains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. If it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
The Nuggets will face off against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Tip-off is 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's get back to our game featuring Portland. That first half was pretty even.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean...
And that'll do it for halftime.
And so it's Shaedon Sharpe making highlights for the Portland Trailblazers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Shaedon Sharpe really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Luke Kennard out there with Pippen. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Huff in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Can't tie it up as that one misses. After back-to-back 50-win seasons, Dan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27-55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
Here's Klingon. Out the basket. Now it's a 7-point Trailblazer lead.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. The layup off target.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Henderson against Kennard. Puts up a deep 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of that.
Offside Pippen. Pass to Aldama. And he banks in the layup.
Using that almost 7-foot frame. Santi Aldama, the Spaniard.
Outside Simons. And the slam dunk by Simons.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
driving to the basket. There's the screen. Right wing for the three. A nice shot by Huff. Huff's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19, and he's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA, and confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coaching standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, can you believe that? Sticking with it. Simons using all of his strength on that one.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Pippen kicks to Kennard. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. It's the three-point bomb. Kennard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Stolen away. And now here's Pippen with the fast break chance. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for him.
He has become all kinds of mean at the defensive end. His blocks have come way up these past few months, and that tells you about the kind of intensity and drive he's been playing with.
Portland leading. Simons with the ball. He's got 7. Oh, what a jam! Simons!
And how about the explosiveness of Simons? Man, can he get up and finish with power?
Pippen, the pass to Aldama. Back to Pippen, and it's blocked. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Trailblazers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Now, here's Simons. He's got 9. On the wing, Williams. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Playing in the screen for Henderson. Knocks down the 3-ball. And it's an 8-point Portland lead.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Pippen, the pass to Huff. Takes it off the glass. Huff's got 7 points in the game.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And so it's Portland with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Anthony Simons out there with Henderson. Then it's Williams. Then there's Klingon, and it's Thibault in at the small forward position. So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Substitution on the court.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Outside, Avdia. Ayton sets the pick for Avdia. Sharp on the wing. Ayton, the pass to Sharp. Ayton inside. Guarded by Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jaren Jackson. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Trailblazers.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Morant, right side. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Ayton. And the free throw, no good. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
5 on the clock. Here's Grant. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Grant's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers. Morant outside. Pass to Bane. No good with the triple. The Trailblazers shooting 66% right now. This offense getting everything they want out there. Avdia against Morant. Inside, Jackson. Good and nice assist from Morant.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Kamara, guarded by Bane. Here's Ayton. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Bane's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Morant. Some solid defense from Grant.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
It's blocked, and they recover it. Over to the wing. Ayton inside, and Ayton throws it down.
Well, the 7-footer Ayton, when he's this close to the basket, he's looking for the jam.
Morant kicks to Bane. Three-pointer. Portland grabs the miss.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Grant finds Sharp. Beyond the wing. Guarded by Jackson. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Here's Morant. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. That's tipped. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop. And then Morant slams it in.
Well, we're watching a special guy here. Morant with a nose for the ball. And on the break, he is a great finisher.
Sharp, that's good.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your shot.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
An exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this one.
Driving the lane, and it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And that one is stuffed right through. Here's Morant, and it's Ayton with the rebound. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Grant gets a wide open look, drills the three-pointer.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Driving inside. Out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beat. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer.
the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. They've got Tari Easton, Green out there with Dylan Brooks. Then there's Amen Thompson, and it's Şengün in at the 5. Richard, every team wants three-point shooters and rim protection. Jaren Jackson Jr. gives you both.
Oh, he is the prototypical big man. He's Defensive Player of the Year. He's led the league in blocks on multiple occasions, and he can stretch the floor and shoot threes.
Now here's Green. Şengün, the screen. For 3. The rebound by Edey. And it's Morant with the ball for the Grizzlies. They came away with a victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Last time these teams met, it came down to the wire. A bench play in that game was the difference.
Anytime you get starter-level production out of the second unit, you put yourself in a position to succeed.
2 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Outside Bane. Puts up a 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. On the wing, Green, guarded by Bane. And it's Green missing. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside. The drive by Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I don't know, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes.
Outside, Green. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Şengün. Now here's Green. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Gets the 3 to fall.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check.
Morant. Good D by Şengün.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And when it comes to the Grizzlies, they're a team that's hungry to take that next step, Greg.
Yeah, and they've got the core to do it, B.A. You got Morant, Bane, and Jackson. They're all all-star caliber players and still in their mid-20s. So they've got a lot of great chemistry and time to get it right.
Houston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Easton, good.
I just love the ball movement.
And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. 4-point game. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
They just weren't careful with the rock. The passing was loose. The ball handling was lackluster. That's not how you win in this league.
Hopefully this is a reality check for them. Teams in this league are just too good. You will be punished for your mistakes.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. And it's hammered home by Green.
Look, one of Green's many advantages is how quickly he gets off the floor.
To the inside. And there's Edey. That's good. And the assist by Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one. Out of bounds, it'll be Grizzlies ball. And the dead-eye shooter, Mike Miller, here to support his former team, the Grizzlies.
Hey, the Rookie of the Year back in 2001 for the Magic, but traded to Memphis and had the finest seasons of his career in a Grizzlies uniform.
And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's his first foul of the game. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Edey. Back to Jackson. And here's Bane. Just 5 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot.
The defense had the pass well anticipated. They know the offense wants to get that ball inside.
And the three off target. Memphis leading. Morant with it, and it's Şengün picking him up. Back to Morant. There's 38 seconds left in the first. Wells misses. The Rockets have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Yep, that one goes.
The blinding speed of Green really turns on the Jets in transition. It's impressive to watch.
Şengün with a steal. To the middle. Here's Eason. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Thompson against Morant. Here he goes. Here's Wells. Outside for Morant. Fires the three. Nice D from Thompson. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Rockets on top. They're up by 3. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Houston's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. They've got Dillon Brooks. Tari Eason is out there with Amin Thompson. Then there's Alperen Şengün, and it's Green in at the point.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Jackson, pass to Wells. Eason pulls it in. The Rockets lead by 8. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Thompson with the block. They get it back. Right side, Bane. Inside. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. That's good from Eason. On the assist by Thompson. Eason's got 6. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
Something else that stands out is how they've gotten out in transition. Their speed has kept the defense on their heels.
And it's Thompson penetrating. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That first step is so dangerous with Amin. I mean, he was just gone.
Jackson outside. Down low. Şengün with a steal. On the break. Here's Eason. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got his 4th assist in this one.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Morant against Thompson. Bane, the pass to Morant. Misses the 3.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
It's Thompson, high post. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
And attacking with reckless abandon. Somehow Thompson able to get through.
And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line. Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there's still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A. With teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse. But some rebuilds take longer than others.
Oh, throw it down! Wow!
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Some great defensive players in our freshman class this year. Let's see who is leading in rookie steals. Amin Thompson, 4th.
You just love the effort he puts in on defense. Rare to see a rookie who can disrupt offenses like him.
Thompson against Moran. Oh, deflected. Şengün with a steal. Pass to Green, who poked away.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Thompson goes in. Now Şengün. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
Both free throws good from Thompson. Richard, for years, the Grizzlies team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves. Oh, he's got some hops. Morant, this man loves to attack the rim whenever he gets the chance. And when I mean any chance, I mean any chance.
And Richard, the former second overall pick in 2021, we all see the potential for Jalen Green.
When you see the physical ability combined with his shooting range, he's got a chance to be one of the top scorers in this league.
Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers. Hakeem Olajuwon, Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
Green against Moran. Green, the pass to Brooks. The 3-ball. Oh, Moran with the block. Pass to Edey. Kicks it out to Bane. Fires from deep. Knocks down the long J. Bane's got 6.
There's just no hesitation from 3 for Bane. He is trigger happy out there at all times.
Here's Green. It's blocked. Morant looking for an opening. He takes it in. Oh, Morant attacking the D head on.
The agility.
And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
1 shot. The people will be reviewed under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
It was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
The free throw dropped for Moran. RJ, when Ja Morant's at his best, you won't find a more entertaining player in the league.
Oh, B.A., he is a generational talent. There is no easy way to defend him. That blend of skill, athleticism, quickness, it is so impressive and hard to guard.
Green. Pass to Eason. Now here's Green, pounded by Moran. Thompson against Bane. Thompson's shot is off. Here's Wells. Offline with a 3. And so it's Houston earning this break in the action, up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. More 2K action in just a moment.
Taking a look at Houston, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Rockets.
They're moving that up.
Thanks for tuning in.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
Pretty much the entire first half, he was dominating down low, piling up a ton of dunks.
He has been aggressive, getting into the painted areas seemingly at will and wreaking absolute havoc on the defense.
We've got Santi Aldama, and it's Huff in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Pippen, pass to Aldama, and that one is hammered home!
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Outside Whitmore, another shot, and the layup is good. And the Rockets lead by 10.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Drives to the hoop. Pippen, no good. The Rockets have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Good work there as it goes. And now it's a 12-point Houston lead.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Pippen, pass to Kennard, beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Houston. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Landale with a screen. And here's Tate outside. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
A terrific box out that draws the over-the-back call.
He had to know that call was coming. You can't treat another guy like a jungle gym out there.
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Holiday. And rejected.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Whitmore. Count it. Good. Whitmore's got 6 points in the quarter.
And when defenders are lurking, that bounce pass can be the only way to get it through.
Basket counts.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Rockets, leading by 12. Picked by Smith. Holiday passes to Smith. Outside Tate. Picked by Smith. Tries again. He got a piece of it. And they'll get another chance. And now the 2K leaderboard will give us a glimpse of the top rebounding teams in the second half of the season. Number 1, Houston. The Grizzlies 4th.
Yeah, since the break, these teams have been awesome on the boards, doing a great job boxing out. In addition to skill set, most rookies need to adjust physically to the NBA. Not Whitmore. He's got grown man strength.
Here's Pippen. And he makes it on the layup.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Here's Holiday. Pass to Landale. Uses the glass on the layup. Landale's got his first points of the game.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Kennard for 3. Smith with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And one guy who's just scratching the surface of his potential, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, he's still very young, still gaining strength, but his upside on both ends is enormous.
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Holiday. Pass to Pippen from the arc. They grab their own miss. Kennard passes to Pippen. Aldama with it. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Aldama's got 4 points in the quarter.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Deflected. Grizzlies trail by 14. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Huff. Off target with the 3.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
To the paint. Here's Smith. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. And the Rockets lead by 16.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Pass to Huff. 23 seconds left in the third. Kennard for three. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Holiday looking for an opening. Smith passes to Holiday. Hits a three-pointer. Here's Pippen. And so it's Houston looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. We hear teams talk about wanting to get... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Thompson out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Green. Then it's Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the 5. Morant, the pass to Wells. Outside Morant. And he goes with the big dunk right over Alperen Şengün.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
They recover it. Şengün finds Green. Şengün a screen on Morant. And here's Green from the arc. And it's Bane with the rebound.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
From his first day in the league, opponents are going to make him earn it at the line. And look, Morant, he'll give him an easy look.
And Richardson's bursting onto the scene. Bane has been nothing short of spectacular.
Bane was a steal with the 30th pick. He's added to his game each year. And now, look, he's one of the better two-way wings in the league.
Eason can't get it to go. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
They've still got work to do, but it's impressive how they've battled back.
I'm sure they wish they made this run sooner, but they've still got time to come away and steal this one.
Outside, Green. Again, Green missing.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Morant, the pass to Wells. Here's the pick. Pass to Edey. 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. Oh! Morant sinks the triple.
Didn't get a 3 in the first half, but now he's on the board with his first triple of the game.
On the wing, Thompson, guarded by Bane. He gets it in there. Thompson's got 19 points.
Yeah, this is the kind of scorer this rookie can be. Thompson just doing whatever he wants right now.
Outside Morant. Pass to Wells. Takes the 3. Thompson pulls it in.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Jackson with a screen on Thompson. And it's Morant missing.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against the guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
First team foul.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Bane against Thompson. Şengün passes to Green. Şengün, the screen. Pulls up, high post. Another one falls for Houston.
This is a smart play by Green, getting some help with the screen instead of trying to do it all by yourself.
Grizzlies trail by 11. Outside Morant. .133 left to play in the fourth quarter. Missed inside. Houston has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Making his presence known with that spot. Jackson Jr. understands when to go after blocks.
Three-pointer, Brooks. Memphis with a rebound. Outside Morant. From deep, Bane. And again, it's Memphis missing.
Grizzlies foul. First personal foul. Second team foul.
The Rockets lead by 11.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Rockets.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And another victory added to their resume. This will be their 53rd win of the year. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Amen Thompson.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
They still need this. Basket's good. 46 seconds left in the game. Here's Green, and it's hammered home by Green.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, but when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Morant, no good. And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock and don't turn it over.
Here's Wells. Green covering. Here's Jackson. Eason with some nice D. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
Coaching. Clark have certainly grown since your time in the league. Do you think that can lead to too many voices in the locker room?
I really don't think that's an issue, Kevin, because no matter how many coaches you have, typically they are all in sync, and the head coach has usually put his staff together, and therefore they're moving in the same direction.
Here's the starting group for Houston. We've got Green. Thompson is out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the 5 down low.
One of Green's primary attributes, speed. And when he combines that speed with staying under control, that's a problem.
Now, here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And how about he takes on the defender head on and then throws down the two-hander.
Nice. Straight power there. Straight power.
Yeah, I love that determination right there.
Here's Green. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Şengün. Thompson right side. Houston moving the ball around. Second shot opportunity. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Grant. It didn't take long for the Blazers to find Damian Lillard's heir apparent, did it, Greg?
Yeah, they drafted Scoot Henderson with the 3rd overall pick in 2023. Took him a little time to get his sea legs, but his talent is undeniable.
And it's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
They say it was last touched by Grant.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the wide open shot from Green. Offline with his 3.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Here's Grant. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And I tell you, I love watching Grant get busy down there. I mean, his impressive leaping ability and his quick release on the shot allow him to score at a high rate down low.
Now here's Green. Pass to Eason. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The teardrop falls in.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Now, here's Sharp. 5 points in the game. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And good quickness there. Sharp, exciting to watch when he's in attack mode.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Thompson against Grant. The shot by Thompson, no good. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Pass to Kamare. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Nuggets trail by 5. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint will be easy. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Eason, a screen on Avdia.
Thus far, they haven't gotten the ball inside at all.
Yep, I've got to give the defense credit here. Cutting off driving lanes, and really making them a jump shooting team.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
There's Green with the three. The rebound by Grant. Trailblazers leading by 8. Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a #1 option in Detroit for a couple of years. Grant's done it all.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Rockets ball.
And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Jalen Green.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Few defenders can keep up with Sharp in the open floor. This guy is electric.
To end the drought. Eason with a screen for Thompson. The Rockets with another miss. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. They get it back. Pass to Ayton. Outside, Avdia. Back to Ayton. Another shot, and he sinks the layup.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Outside, Avdia. Oh, Ayton in position. And stolen by Şengün. And so it's Shaedon Sharpe making highlights for the Trailblazers. He finishes. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Tari Eason is out there with Amen Thompson. Then it's Alperen Şengün. Then there's Jalen Green. And it's Brooks in at the 2.
Şengün finishing with authority. There you go, big fella. Make them feel you.
Here's Kamare. Brooks covering. Ayton, the pass to Avdia. Shot clock at 5. Portland needs to get off a shot. On the wing. Goes back up. Here's Kamare. He's covered by Thompson. And the basket by Kamare. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Şengün with a screen on Sharpe. Brooks misses. Trailblazers leading by 10. Jacks up a 3. Kicks it out to Grant. Pass to Sharpe. Puts the move on. Second chance shot. Green with the rebound. And for Houston, they're shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Sharpe against Şengün. Back to Sharpe. Pass to Kamare. Brooks gets a handout.
That's Brooks' game, intimidation.
And a chance to check out the stats for Şengün. Coming off a terrific season. Last season put up about 21 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said it feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time. Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, DA, thanks. I'm deep. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. They kick it out to Green.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Şengün with the screen for Green. The three. Şengün with the bucket. Şengün's got 8 points here in this quarter.
For all his inside the three-point line prowess, Şengün can still get it done outside.
Avdia against Eason. Avdia gets the bucket. And the lead, giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Thompson against Sharp. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Green kicks to Thompson. Eason, a screen on Grant. And Thompson throws it down.
Using that screen to create some space for himself. Really good move by Thompson.
Here's Kamare. Last time, 14 points for him. And he duns it down.
The lead just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Brooks against Sharp. Thompson outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Denny Avdia picks one up.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
And so Thompson nails both of them. And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
Outside, Green fires the three. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Sharp sets the pick for Grant. And stolen by Şengün. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Checking out the Trailblazers, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big change.
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Portland Trailblazers.
Their work on the glass.
Thanks for joining us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Shaden Sharp really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Anthony Simons out there with Scoot Henderson. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Williams. And it's Klingon in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Thybulle with the ball. Now Smith defending. Got that bucket in no time at all. Klingon's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Trailblazers. And the call will be against Anthony Simons.
Anthony Simons.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Now Tate. From deep. And Klingon pulls it down.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Holiday against Simons. Smith with a screen on Simons. Second chance effort, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Smith.
And smart play by Smith, using that build to get in there and just fight for the rebound and the finish.
Simons with the screen for Henderson. And then Henderson with the dunk.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Beyond the arc. Rockets with the rebound.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Henderson with a screen on Holiday. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
Holiday looking for an opening. Another miss by Houston.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. The Trailblazers third.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
And both free throws good for Whitmore. Trailblazers leading by 11. Outside, Simons. From past the arc. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. For Houston, they've gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Landale pass to Smith.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play here in the third.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now beasting.
Henderson outside. A kick out to Simons. 4 on the clock. Thybulle for 3. Traps in the tray. Thybulle's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Holiday finds Tate. 1:14 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Landale. Taken away by Williams. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. Comes up empty down low. A shot by Tate with no one around. It's good from long range.
You know, with the defender giving him a little bit of space, he fires away.
Holiday against Simon. Here he goes to the wing right side. Bible on the wing. Shoots over Tate. It's rebounded by Houston. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. This one for 3. The offensive rebound. Pass to Tate. Here's Landale. Houston moving the ball around. Another shot. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
Bible for 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's Tate. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Portland in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
First personal foul.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. The front court is Tate and Smith. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Landale in at the center position.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Grant against Green. No good from Grant.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Thompson with the bounce, rising up for the jam.
Portland leading by 9. Sharp with it. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. It's good on the putback.
And I don't care what his size is. You cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
Green, no luck.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Ayton against Şengün. Goes back up. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Sharp. Pass to Kamare. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Kamare's got the lead up to 13 now for Portland. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
Launches it. Kicks it out to Grant. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Rockets ball.
Rockets trail by 11. Green taking his time here. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. To the wing on the left. Şengün finds Thompson. Shoots over Grant, and there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Şengün. Thompson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Rockets. Sharp, the pass to Grant. It's stolen by Green. Back to Thompson. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. The baseline jig off the mark.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you could see the frustration on his face.
It's stolen by Green. Eason with it. Now guarded by Ayton. And here's Green outside. Drills it from outside.
Green, impressive range from deep. He knows how dangerous he can be from there.
Pass to Kamare. Good, and Pratt gets the assist. Kamare, he's got 5 points in the quarter.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And stolen by Şengün. Thompson for 3. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock.
First personal foul. Third team
So
foul.
the first one drops, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
Trailblazers.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good. Pass to Thompson. Eason, screen on Sharp. Thompson with the bucket.
And this one has been all about Amen Thompson. A freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Here's Avdia. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Houston's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And here's Green outside. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Grant against Green. Good work there as it goes. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
How about the physicality from Grant, not allowing the close defense to keep him from his shot.
And so Ayton will bring it up for the Trailblazers. And here is Grant. So the Trailblazers win it. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mirror, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back. Let me still let him run, let him eat stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
day, Grant. Every team with an equal chance to do something special.
Oh, B.A., that's the way these teams look at it. Regardless how your previous season went, you have a chance to do something special, something great. Time to start fresh and build on that optimism.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bain. Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3. Oh, Morant with the block.
Oh, the energy Morant has is just insane. Using it there on the defensive end to swat the shot.
And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Outside Bain. Four on the clock. Portland with a rebound.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
Here's Kamari. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Afdia from outside. Again, the miss by Portland.
That's exactly how you have to defend them on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Morant, the pass to Wells. Back to Morant. Kicks it out to Bain. Over Sharp. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Well, there we go. Finally, they make one. Maybe that'll get them going.
Three-pointer Sharp. Drains the triple.
And the lid's off. They're 1 for 4 to begin this one, but that shot might just get them going.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups. They were concerned with Jaren Jackson Jr. on both ends of the floor. Coach saying defensively, Triple J covers so much space, a blocking machine. And on the other side of the ball, Jaren has serious skill for a man of his size. He's a tough game plan for us. Jaren Jackson Jr., a two-way menace. Brian?
Thank you for that, Allie. And one thing that Morant has always been a lead at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
Now here's Sharp, off the outside. 4-3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. Here's Edey. And again, Memphis no good. Outside Sharp to the middle. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Big guy going up and trying to rip that rim off.
Stolen by Ayton. And here's the fast break. And here's Grant from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the three in transition.
Morant, the pass to Wells. Hey, great D that time from Grant. Trailblazers lead by 5. Sharp with it. He's picked up by Bain. And Morant clears the board. For Memphis, they've gone only 1 of 6 so far. Out to the right wing. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Ja Morant.
He's been on a tear offensively these past few months, and you know how much they love the extra points he provides. He's been shouldering a bigger load recently, and I think he's just getting started.
Grizzlies trail by 5. Pass to Jackson. Morant against Sharp. 5 to shoot. Jackson for 3. Good. And the setup by Morant.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
Here's Sharp. Grant outside. 44 seconds left to play in the first. No good from the wing.
He wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Morant finds Bain. The 3-ball. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Oh, the vertical of Morant is simply incredible. I mean, he's fantastic at using it to his advantage on the inside.
Sharp up top. Grant the screen. Got it off in time. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still and it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Trailblazers, what do you guys think?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Denny Avdia out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Shaedon Sharp. And it's Kamare in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
First team foul.
The 3 from Bain. Wells, the pass to Morant. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Jackson. Memphis needs to get off a shot. The electric Ja Morant.
Morant not afraid to get in there and play big, showing his toughness in close. Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win. I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Morant looking around. And a missed layup. Portland leading. Avdia outside. Pass to Ayton. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Ayton. He has 6. Grant. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Grant's got 5.
And they're trending in the right direction after a rough first quarter from the field.
Outside Morant. Up top Jackson. Back to Morant. Morant flashes his vertical there.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Ayton finds Grant. Ayton with a screen. And he's going for the lob. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
What a finish by Ayton, using those long arms to snatch that pass up high.
Here's Bain. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024, Grant.
You know, really by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
Now here's Ayton.
2 minutes.
Give him 8 points now. And they go to the intentional foul.
Grizzlies foul. Ja Morant. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 1:59 left in the second quarter. Grant outside. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. All right, Brent, we hear the phrase 3-and-D. Jeremy Grant is a perfect example of that.
Well, Grant's done a good job of trying to find some more confidence in shooting from the arc. He shot over 40% from three in one season. Defensively, he's versatile, he's long. I like him to play a little bit more physical, but if that comes along, he's the kind of guy you want to suit up with.
Now here's Morant. He has 7. Jackson finds Bain. Jackson with a screen on Sharp. Bain, the pass to Jackson. Back to Bain. Clock at 6. From the arc. Bain with another miss.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
I just love that alley-oop slam, BA.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. And here are the Grizzlies now, following the bucket by the Blazers. Grant, the pass to Avdia. Good on the shot. Avdia's got his first 2 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Outside Morant. On the wing, Bain. Outside for Morant. Jackson, the screen. From outside the arc. Oh, Morant sinks the triple.
3 points.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Avdia, good look. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Grizzlies trail by 7. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Edey. Let's go with a 3. Sharp grabs the miss. Inside. And Ayton with the stuff.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's Kamari. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Portland closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Checking out the Trailblazers. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah. Moving on to the first half of our game. DeAndre Ayton certainly impressed out there.
The big fella, DeAndre Ayton, put.
Thanks for tuning in.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We're seeing a tremendous game from DeAndre Ayton.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the court for the Grizzlies, we've got Luke Kennard, and it's Huff in at the 5 down low. Pippen pass to Aldama. Misses in close. Portland leading by 7. Here's Simons.
Out of the way!
Wow! And he goes in for the dunk.
I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Simons. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Look, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Goes up at the stripe. Kennard with the rebound.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Here's Aldama. No good with the triple. So it's Portland now. Henderson finds Thibault. Williams with the screen. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Grizzlies trail by 7. Here he goes.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Count it. Simons has got 4 points in the quarter.
Turning on the Jets here. Simons sees the gap and starts running fast.
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Simons. Pippen, pass to Huff. You're looking at the best in free throw shooting last year in the NBA. Fifth, Anthony Simons.
Very steady at the line. He's a guy who isn't rattled easily, and that shows in his free throw shooting numbers.
2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Trailblazers lead by 5. Simons outside. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
Boy, Simons' athleticism, so quick off the floor.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing.
And they did a lot of winning, Allie.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Kennard for 3. And again, it's Memphis missing.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Up top, Thibault. Still no points. Here's Klingon. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Grizzlies trail by 11. Pass to Pippen. Picked by Aldama. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Anthony Simons.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Memphis shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he drops the first.
2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. Trailblazers lead by 9. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And there's the screen. Pass to Klingon. Back to Simons. There's the 3. Hits the trifecta. Simons has got 9.
Simons seeing green there, just letting that one rip.
Pippen, pass to Stevens. 59 seconds left in the third quarter here. Here's Huff. Williams defending. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Stevens. Kennard with it. Here's Pippen. 6 points for him. Into the lane. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Memphis shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
13 foul.
So it's Portland now. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Simons outside. Outside Thibault. Fires for 3. And again, it's Portland with a 3. Here's Pippen. 9 points in the game. Kennard outside. Knocks it down from distance. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deep.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Sharp, Jeremy Grant out there with Avdia. Then it's DeAndre Ayton, and it's Kamare in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Morant against Sharp. Down low. And stolen by Jackson. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. From deep, Bane. They get it again. Pass to Wells. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, I appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Grant with a steal.
Yeah, the vertical for Sharp is there. He'll be a challenge to contest in this league for sure.
And it's Morant with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 11. Pass to Wells. Tipped away. Shot clock at 6. Fires from way outside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. Now Sharp. Now here's Ayton. A deep 3. And it's Bane with the rebound.
Yeah, that shot's not going to make his teammates or coaches happy.
Yeah.
Oh, Ja Morant, my goodness.
Once Ja Morant gets rolling, there is no stopping him. Ja is feeling it tonight.
Sharp against Morant. Sharp, no good. Grizzlies trail by 9. Pass to Wells.
Well, he played a seamless first half, but in the second half, some poor decisions right here. He continues to throw the ball away.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Jackson against Avdia. 3-pointer. Cleared away by Wells.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And here's Morant outside, and Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Goes up on the wing. Kamare, that's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
Changing ends quickly, scoring before the defense can set up. They've been doing it all game.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man.
Powered it home.
Not fair at all. Woo. Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. Here's Morant. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
He has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback.
Off the outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bane. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth.
Whether you're new to the league like Sharp or a veteran, throwing it down, no better feeling.
Sinks the tray.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Pass to Kamare. Over Bane. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Kamare's got 6 points in the quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Morant. It's rebounded by Grant.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed Nice win here for the Trailblazers.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number one was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm, and they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Yeah, it was a fun matchup this year. Neither team could gain an edge. It's the kind of rivalry you want to see between conference opponents.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
12 seconds left in the final quarter. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
Grizzlies ball.
So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy.